relation.
Thank you, Ambassador. When you said Jack of all, I thought you will use the second sentence also. You did use that. Thank you very much. Yeah, let me put let me give two different responses to it. Number one, of course, international relations, generally understanding global politics, global affairs rather than global politics, has been a passion with me right from my younger days. So I continued that passion, and very fortunately, the organizations in which I work, they also give me that opportunity to engage more with the world outside. So that increased my passion. So I continued that passion in my writings and all those areas. That's one part of it. But more importantly, when you talk about the good of the nation, it is in the context of the outside world only. You are talking about the good of the nation. It's not just about good of the nation only within the country. So when I say good of the nation, my border should be secure. So I need to understand what is Pakistan, what is China, what is the West doing to us, what are the advantages of the East for us, what are the advantages from the rest of the world. So I looked at the world from the prism of India's interest, our national interest. So that gave me lots of insights. That gave me lots of ideas about how the global politics and international relations area that works. Having said it, I just want to add one rider, especially about with respect to this new book. The new world is not just about international relations. It actually has a very wide canvas. It's about the new world. That new world includes, of course, international relations, but also it includes global economy. It also includes issues like climate. It also includes the role technology is going to play in the lives of all of us. Technology is going to be the determining factor for every one of us tomorrow. Each individual is going to be impacted by technology in the coming years and coming decades. And finally, the new ethics. I mean, people like Gurudev or Gurudev in his that video that we watched, in which he says that all great masters of the world, irrespective of which religion they professed, they talked about certain ethics. So this book discusses about those ethics also for 21st century. So in that sense, this book particularly is not just about international relations alone, although I agree that that has been a big passion with me for many, many decades.
Well, thank you very much. The way you've put it, it's very interesting, both as a personal choice, but you're looking at the world and in a more comprehensive manner than what we are used to. But I must say that not many politicians do this. I don't know. Most politicians avoid these issues because they are not very comfortable with the bigger things. So, congratulations to you that you are a different type of a politician who wants to look at big things and link them to small things. And with that, using that same argument, I want to ask you, generally when people write on these big issues, they use jargon because it's very easy to frighten people with jargon. So, like diplomats, we use balance of power, collective security. Everybody doesn't know what all this is. So, tell me, your style is very different. Why did you cultivate this style that ordinary people can understand and no jargon, and where you use the word you're describing what it is? So can you tell me what's the reason that you started using this style? Because it's distinct. Generally diplomats like me, they will use some terms and say this is for you to understand. Don't understand, then my intellectual heft grows. But you are not that. To tell us maybe a little bit in your thinking why you are not using jargon, you're using simple, lucid language.
One is, of course, it's each one has his own style. I have had my own style. Probably that is one part of the answer that I can give. But the other part also is, again, sorry, I am a Telugu person, so I am resorting to Telugu occasionally in between. We used to have a very famous Telugu lyrics writer by name Arudra. He used to write songs for movies. I think people in Chennai also would know about him. He had one very interesting song which says, "Bhavu kavulavare evariki teliyani evo paatalu rayaloy." Meaning, there is a genre of poets who are called Bhavu Kavi. I mean, the poet has his own emotions. He writes songs that nobody can understand. So, that is not the kind of poetry one should write. That was his indication in that song. So, my effort was essentially that it should be easily legible and understandable for people. Especially my target was not just any one section. You know, when I attempted this book, I tried to do two things. That this book should appeal as much to a political science student as to an economics student also, and as to a diplomat also, and as to an engineer also. That was my effort, because after all, the world is not just made by one section of the people. The world, I mean politics, by the way, since you mentioned several times about my being politician, I am a politician by accident. I was not originally a politician, but I was made to become one. But I know that although politicians think that they run the whole world, whole world, no, it's not run by them. It's run by different types of people, and today the new world is going to be run by different types of people. That's why there's a full section in my book. It's called Heteropolar World. It's not even multipolar. It's of course not unipolar or bipolar. Heteropolar means not just prime ministers, presidents, kings, and emperors who are going to run this world. It's going to be run by different types of people. So different types of people have stakes in it. So different types of people should understand it. So that made me think that this should be useful for a college student also, as much as it will be useful for probably a retired officer or a retired diplomat. But more importantly, for the future generation, they should understand. That was my effort, to keep it at a level that everybody can understand. By the way, in the process, I questioned, challenged, and contradicted many of those what you called them as you said, those big arguments and all that. The jargon, you called it. The jargon I tried to question in this book also.